To build a better world
sometimes means tearing the old one down. And that makes enemies.
We're gonna neutralize a lot of threats before they even happen.
Thought the punishment usually came after the crime.
SHIELD takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be.
This isn't freedom. This is fear.
This is the future of American justice.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
We need to give Americans a figure they can rally behind.
We are on the eve of a technological revolution.
You are pilots of the U.S. Navy.
I expect nothing less than perfection.
Gotcha.
All right, let's make this interesting.
The United States of America is the only culture on Earth whose military-industrial complex-dominated government gives its citizens a heads up of what they plan to do in the future, not only to its citizens, but to the entire world via its edutainment industry. Whether you love her or hate her, it is almost impossible to ignore the enticing effects of her culture, for its celebrities in sport, music or film are marketing pieces for the nation state that Sigmund Freud's nephew Edward Bernays in his book Propaganda says influences people without them being in the least aware of who is steering the current trends behind the scenes. Many patriotic Americans are shocked that their country is turning from the nation state that the founding fathers had set up less than 300 years ago into a militarized drone-dominated totalitarian society. Many believe that its road that is leading it into a police state is as a result of the decisions of its 44th Commander-in-Chief, President Barack Hussein Obama, and the attacks that are launched against him have been vented up into almost racial rage. But those who can clearly see between the lines knows that
corporations have more power than the government.
And from the days of John D. Rockefeller Sr., all United States politicians and presidents are bought. And those who wield the greatest power are not those who sit in the White House, but those who possess the greatest amount of wealth. Its transition from being peaceful or lamb-like and then turning into a tyranny or speaking like a dragon has already been foretold. And I'm going to take you on a journey through time, where we will start from the 1600s in a city in southwest England called Plymouth, for this is where US history began with a ship called the Mayflower and its voyage in 1620 to the New World, where the Pilgrim Puritan Fathers wanted to create a new society where they would not be controlled by a king, neither an established church. They named the spot of their landing after the seaport they left off from, Plymouth. And though Plymouth Rock is the foundation stone of US history, not everyone believes that they have reaped the benefits of the American dream.
Our forefathers weren't the Pilgrims. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock was landed on us.
Its police force is looking more and more militarized, resembling the army instead of a force to protect its civilians. And many are detecting that something is brewing, for even its future police look even more deadly, a dystopian look for America's future.
Despite whatever conspiratorial theories, there's nothing to it.
The system removes the threat of anyone exercising their independent will.
Her ever-expanding edutainment industry is not only a warning to all the outside nations that she is a deadly military force to be reckoned with, where it promotes its huge army and its new military hardware, but it is also a propaganda tool to initiate young men into the military of the future to counteract any attack from a foreign invasion and train them that their military is the most superior on Earth.
Sir.
How'd you like to lead your own army? Dragon army.
Thought we were going back to battle school.
Or not.
Where are we going?
Much further.
All firepower forward!
He's in command. There's no stopping him.
The United States spends more than $700 billion a year on its military. In fact, the United States spends as much on its military as the rest of the world combined. And as she has mapped out every region on the globe as a territory to be conquered, and not even space is spared, for even the heavens are a part of a grandiose plan, where corporations like Google are the #1 customer for Digital Globe, where it gets all of its satellite imagery from, and the company that dominates the geospatial information industry has also mapped out every region of the globe through its 3 prominent satellites. Being the economic center of the Earth, she will use her economic weapon to eventually manipulate all those on Earth, where eventually no man might buy or sell unless he's obedient to that system. Join me on this journey as we go step by step, analyzing 2 major world powers in the 2 kingdoms.